Irma Stern is often labeled as an expressionist simply because she studied under the German expressionists in the early 20th century, most notably Max Pechstein. But that is only half of the story. Certainly you have bright colors, certainly you have contrasts typical of expressionist work, but there's also a gentle lyricism in this work, a gentleness that one associates with Impressionism and Expressionism. Still Lifes is really the converse of Irma Stern's famous Arab portraits and figures. In it, she explores the formal qualities of painting, notably color and also composition. It was after an exhibition in the early 1930s that Irma reflected, saying that her figures all look the same, they have the same flesh color, and she wants to use real color from then onward. The flower depicted here is that of the dahlia, and you can see the gentle contrasts in this particular work. Also, the flower is a symbol of beauty, but as well as fertility. Also, the fruit and the vegetables, such as the pumpkin. The pumpkin features in quite a number of her still lifes, and it intimates really a European history of food, if you like. The pumpkin was brought back from Spanish navigators from the Americas and introduced to Europe in a large scale. This image then featured quite early on. Caravaggio, for instance, included a pumpkin in a still life of 1603. The same with the apples, and it was Paul Cézanne who said famously, "With an apple I will astonish Paris." And here you have Stern astonishing as well. This work was painted in the early 1940s, a very important period in her life, sometimes also called her golden period. And it was also the time when she started to gain large-scale global recognition. Joseph Sachs, for instance, published the very first monograph of a South African artist in 1942 called Irma Stern and the Spirit of Africa. It was also the time when Irma started traveling through Africa. In 1942, she, for instance, went to the Congo, 1945 to Zanzibar, and you do see a sense of the exotic Africa in this particular work. The work was exhibited in 1944 in a gallery in Johannesburg, went into a private collection, and this is the first time after all these decades that the work is coming to the market.
These works feature on our upcoming live virtual auction taking place on Tuesday, 16th May at our Johannesburg offices at 89 Central Street, Houghton.